Alright, so we spent the day getting the mount placement on this LQ9 and this 6 liter and this 67 C10. We got it all ready to weld up, and so because I don't have any power in my shop, we're going to roll this thing outside so we can weld it up. So that's what we're getting ready to do. We're going to get this whole shovel head out the way and move her on over. This thing been cranked in probably a week. Got excited, forgot to move my drip pan. Flatten that bad boy right in the middle. Alright, so we're going to move this thing over now. Alright. I think that'll get it. Alright. A little tip for you guys: if you got a chassis you're trying to move around and you ain't got a steering column on it, if you'll put an adjustable wrench on the flat of your steering shaft, you can turn the wheels just like a steering wheel. So, little tip. Alright, so we got our motor mounts welded in. We got our broke head exhaust manifold bolts out. So we're ready to go back in the shop with this thing, and now we're ready to throw down and get something done. Alright, so we got our chassis back in the shop. Now we're going to get to work on it. Like I said, we got the motor mounts welded in and got the exhaust manifold bolts that were broke off out. So now we're ready to throw down, make some stuff happen. So, and that's basically what I was waiting on, get that done. So now the good stuff starts, so we're getting at it. Alright guys, back on the 67 C10 rat rod truck I'm working on. And you guys that have been following my channel, you know this is a LQ9. It's the high compression 6 liter out of a Escalade. And I had put a cam in here that's was a copy grind of a ASA showroom stock cam with LS6 valve springs. But I decided that I'm gonna go ahead and run this Elgin E1840P. I don't know if y'all can see that number or not. And these pack 1218 springs. And any of you guys follow Sloppy Mechanics, this is Matt's favorite cam right here. It's the Sloppy Stage 2. Well, you can't see the cam card here, but it's got 585 lift with the duration of it's upside down. There's the specs right there. It's like 228 and 230 at 50 or something like that, but it's a good cam. It sounds good, so I'm switching this out. These are 2010 up headers for a late model Camaro. 2010 up Camaro headers that I made work, and then got some mounts and made them work to clear my headers. And so I'm swap this cam out, which I got it apart here to see if I can swap the cam without dropping the oil pan. But I need to drop the oil pan because the gasket was leaking. I got a new gasket. I got to put the clutch back in it. I just bolted the transmission up. I had the wrong pilot bearing. So I think when I pull this motor back out, I'm just going to back this thing back out. I've had this frame done for a long time and it's really dusty, so I think I'm going to back it back out. Maybe clean my welds on my motor mounts a little bit. Maybe weld the backside of them with the motor out where I can get to it. I'm going to touch up the places that I welded on and then roll it back in here. This is a second generation Camaro cross member, and I picked it because it's got lots of clearance for the exhaust, and I think it's going to work out real nice. So I've got some angle that I'm going to bolt to the bottom to space it up and bolt to the side of the frame. So that's how that's going to work, and we'll show you how I do that when I get to that point. Also, if y'all been watching, you know I've got Yukon positive unit, 373 gears, and a bearing kit to go in it. The rear end that's in it's not actually the rear end that's going to stay in it. So I'm going to build that rear end, and I'll be doing that here in the next little bit. So if you guys stay tuned, you're going to see a lot of interesting stuff going on. The motor mounts had held me up for a while, and I really didn't want to back it out in the yard, but I did what I had to do, and it's done now. Those broke bolts that were in these daggone manifold bolts on all these LS base motors break off. I got all of them out that were broke. It was two, one on each head. So I've got that done. So pretty much she's rolling, gonna be rolling now. I've got this S10 Blazer tank for like a 91 or 80. 91 and 94, I think, was the last year. Whatever the last year was, they made that old body style. It ran this tank in the back. It's a fuel injection ready tank, and then I've got the Walbro 255 pump in here. So, like I said, I've got disc brakes on the back of it. So, we're gonna get this rear end built. We're going to get this cam swapped out. We're going to make some fuel lines. We're going to make some brake lines. And I'd like to, within the next couple of weeks, have it ready to set the cab on. I'm tired of this thing sitting in here. It's taking up a bunch of room. And I want to drive this truck. So we're going to slam on it hard. Like I said, I've been working on it for a long time. And it's like all new stuff on it. I mean, it's basically a new truck with gonna be an old body. Ain't gonna paint nothing, but y'all see. But this is what we got. This is where we're at, and I'll be posting videos on the regular so we can get this done, and I'll show you getting it done. All right, appreciate you watching. Y'all stay tuned. Lots of cool stuff coming up.